Dear listeners, feel the real fear with us. Horror stories from all over the country and abroad. Those who have been, are being, or will be involved in today's episode. Greetings and love to everyone. I hope everyone is well and healthy. Like every episode, I am with you all to present the events you sent. Hello everyone. Before we start, I just want to say please comment where you are watching from and what time it is right now. Without further delay, let's get started. The person from whom I gathered the incident is a driver by profession. His name is Thomas and he is from Sioux City, Iowa. The event took place in a special area of the city, which is about a 2-minute walk from the home of Tuhin Bhai. Before diving into the main part of the incident, I must share some details about Thomas. When I spoke to him, he shared a mysterious matter about his family. He said it was important to go deep into the incident's background. Thomas's paternal side of the family was quite wealthy, and his grandfather's story is mysterious. There were several teams back then, teams that are now mostly seen in rural areas in the form of tin cans, often used for storing puffed rice. Thomas's grandfather had apparently received silver coins, but how he received them remains a mystery. He never shared how he got them or from whom. Before his death, Thomas's grandfather had given 4 tins filled with silver coins to Thomas's father. But mysteriously, these tins of coins disappeared or were stolen. Besides the silver coins, the family also owned a considerable amount of land. However, Thomas's father, Muhammad Mohiuddin, started facing hardships after the coins were lost. He became very worried, wondering who might have taken them. Afterward, he began seeking the help of exorcists, hoping they could provide some information on the matter. He spent a lot of money, even selling his land to consult these exorcists, hoping to get the coins back. But instead, many of these exorcists used the money and became wealthy. At present, Thomas's family owns no land. Despite having had a large fortune 18 years ago, Thomas moved to Indiana when his family had lost everything. He started driving to make a living and continues in this profession today. In passing, Thomas also mentioned that he has been married for 13 years but has no children. Despite undergoing numerous medical tests, there were no issues found with either him or his wife. He doesn't know why they have no children and wonders if there might be some paranormal connection to this. Thomas then shared another strange story about a tamarind tree in Sioux City, a place surrounded by many mysterious tales. The locals, especially those working with the trains that pass through the north side of the city, are aware of it. Let me share some details about an incident that took place in 2002 during a national operation called Clean Heart, involving joint military forces. One such portal team, consisting of around 7 vehicles, were patrolling the area near Sioux City. While they were on their route, several beautiful female figures appeared in front of their vehicles late at night, causing the vehicles to stop. At first, the military personnel thought it might be local women or perhaps someone with a mental issue. But their behavior was strange. They suddenly began dancing in front of the vehicles. The officers ordered one of their team members to get out and ask the women to leave. However, when the officer tried to approach them, he could not get close, and the women didn't move away. They made strange gestures and called out to the officers. One by one, the 7 women seemed to vanish or move away mysteriously. The patrol team was concerned because their mission was important and they felt the women might be trying to disrupt their operation. They attempted to capture them, but the women kept evading them. They are women, so they can't be fired. They don't have weapons, and those who do could attack back. That's why they will do it. The issue is very sensitive, especially since the army vehicles keep circling around. Only the army was there. When we talk about joint forces, it means combined forces, but I was more involved. The army was just circling around and it got very chaotic. At one point the army vehicles were seen near a house. After that they were no longer visible. Then officers got out of the vehicles. They told the people inside the house to come out and speak with them. After talking, they found out that the person was a healer. When he was told about the situation, he smiled and said, "Sir, this has been happening for a long time here. We don't understand why it happened with you, but it has been happening for a long time." He explained that there is a large tamarind tree by the roadside, and after 7 p.m. it doesn't harm people. But if anyone comes by quickly at night, the tree blocks their way. That's why happened with you. But the officer didn't want to believe it. At first, he was very annoyed. He thought they had searched the house and couldn't find the person. Later, maybe they gathered more information. But the whole thing was mysterious. Many people in the area know about it because it happened in 2002 or even a few months before that. Those who are serving now might not know this, but it's widely known by word of mouth. Such incidents are sensitive, so they are not usually made public at the time they were in service. Over the years, many have retired. Maybe some people have heard about it, or those who joined as young recruits back then might still be telling the story to others. However, there are no written records of this, and military matters are very sensitive, so these things don't get published. Anyway, that's the story. The incident from that time is something everyone in the area knows about, as Thomas told us. Now I am going to present another strange incident from 2 years ago. It happened with a Sioux Express train. When this train was passing through the Waterloo area at night, it suddenly stopped. The driver was forced to stop the train, but did it stop by itself, or was it a result of the driver's action? That's up for discussion because there's a mystery around it. From a distance, it seemed that 7 female figures were standing on the track. The driver had been informed earlier to reduce the train's speed in that area. However, for some reason, he might have forgotten. When he saw the figures in the distance, he reduced the speed, but the train didn't stop. It is said that the train stopped by itself, and those 7 figures were still standing in front. The passengers didn't get off the train as they were unsure what was happening. After a while, those 7 figures are said to have moved aside, allowing the train to continue its journey. Since then, it is said that drivers are advised to slow down when passing through this area at night. Otherwise, the train may stop on its own. There's a story that when the train passes, people from the nearby village shine torches at the tamarind tree where they have seen these 7 female figures sitting. They never appear threatening, and there's never been any harm done to anyone. Many people still claim to see these figures, and passengers who ride the train also say that they see them when they shine their torches on the tree. This phenomenon is still happening, and some people even board the train at one station just to see these figures at the tamarind tree. There's also a nearby road where vehicles pass. During the day, there's nothing unusual, but at night, truck drivers have had some strange experiences. One truck driver was driving at night with his helper when suddenly a woman with long hair appeared crossing the road. At first, he thought it was just a normal occurrence, But as they got closer, the woman started running alongside the truck, matching its speed. It's impossible for someone to run that fast, especially at such a speed. The truck driver stopped the truck and told his helper to get out. But when he got out, there was no trace of her. They continued driving and stopped at a store far ahead. The shopkeeper told them that such incidents happen because of the seven figures at the tamarind tree. He said it's a common occurrence when the train or vehicles pass by at high speed, but it doesn't cause any serious issues. This continues happening, particularly from late at night until early morning. If you live in the area, do you know about these seven figures? The term seven daughters refers to this phenomenon. In the area, people call it the seven daughters and associate it with the tamarind tree. What do you think of this story? Please share your thoughts in the comments and let us know where you are from and the current time at your place. If you have had any such miraculous and scary incident, you can send it to thehorrorstories@yahoo.com and we will try to read the story in the next episode.